Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry it's been so long, but you know, being in a van with a bunch of dudes driving around didn't give me a whole lot of time to do this. And to be perfectly honest, nothing really happened. So, kind of an empty apology. But I am sorry for the empty apology. So there you go. Yeah, just want to say thank you to everybody who came out to the last few Motion City soundtrack shows ever. We're done. Peace. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not funny. Not funny. Not a good joke. No, we, Motion City soundtrack. I should have said, last few shows that we did for the year, because we have nothing planned, but, we played Thrival Festival in Pittsburgh, and that was awesome. And then we did Riot Fest in Chicago, which was incredible. There's one picture that blew my mind on Instagram. I'll have to figure out who it was that took it, but, the crowd was just ginormous, and it was an excellent experience. Yeah, we'd never played that before. But yeah, it was really fun, and it went by really quickly. And actually got to meet Superchunk, and I think I did about an 80% job of holding it together. But I saw them hanging out on their phones, John, Jim, and Mac, and I was like, okay, I should just say hey, even if it's weird, whatever, just do it. Do it. Be done with it, get it over with, and all that. And I can usually keep myself together, but, you know, Superchunk is Superchunk. And I still remember being, I think it was like 1993 or 4, somewhere in there. What was the radio station? Radio K? No. Revolution Radio? Rev 105. I think it was Rev 105. And I heard Driveway to Driveway. And I was like, what is this? And then ran out and got Foolish, and then everything before it, and everything after it. Changed my life. I thought, oh yeah, I can sing like this guy, maybe. His voice is very high. But I think up until then, you know, I was trying to scream like Nirvana, and that wasn't happening. I can't scream, and, you know, Pearl Jam, like, I couldn't really do that either. But I thought, oh yeah, this is a guy. This is my guy. So, anyway. Went up to them and awkwardly shook their hands and said, hi, my name's Justin, I'm in a band, I like you guys. and they're like, oh, cool, and they're very nice. And then they left, and then I was done. Yeah, and that was fun. And I actually got to see 3 of their songs. I sort of jumped off we were heading to the stage to play our set, and I jumped off the thing, and I was like, and I watched 3 songs, and then ran to our stage and played. So my Riot Fest was really good. I don't know why I keep looking over here, but it's like I can't look you in the eye. I get really just gotta look anywhere else but there. My wife tells me to look at the camera. Look at the camera. Okay. And then we did this I'm the movie hangout session thing in St. Paul at the Bedlam Theater with our good friend Rich Gill, and it was a lot of fun. We played the movie, some music videos, and then we did a Q&A. I think the Q&A was the most fun part. It wasn't like, you know, it was like a Q&A. It was like a hangout thing, and when I get nervous I tend to move around a lot, and I did, and I think it was entertaining. People seemed to like it, so thank you if you came to it, and fuck you if you didn't. Just kidding. That's pretty much all that's happened. And then in the week since, nothing really. Yeah. I did go to a Twins game. I have this card, I'm not even looking at it. I went to a Twins game yesterday with my dad, my brother, and my nephew. And of the 6.5 innings that we made it through, before it was apparent that we had to leave, it wasn't really, I think he was just the nephew was getting, he's 3. But I think of the 6.5 innings that we spent there, he watched about a 1/4 of an inning throughout. But it was funny, we'd like point out, oh, this is happening over here, and he'd kind of look in that direction, but then he'd get distracted by something else. And to be honest, like, it's just noises and people and flashing lights and chaos at the baseball game. But I think he was more interested in the food items. So he had chicken strips to start, followed by cotton candy, followed by a hot dog, followed by ice cream. And this is a tiny kid. Like, you don't look at this kid and go, oh, that makes sense. Like, he looks like he'd eat that. I don't know where he put it, because he is like this thin and this tall. Like, literally, he's an inch tall, figuratively. But it was fun. And then at some point, I don't know how this happened, but at some point the beer guy would come around, and I think he was just excited about things. But the beer guy would come around and be like, "Get your cold buds here, get your cold buds, your Budweisers, your Michelob right here, blah, blah, blah. Beer, beer." And every time the guy would come around asking for beer, his hand would shoot up. And it became a game. So, and he caught, you know, and those guys, like, are going around, and if they see movement, it's like, money, you know? And so, like, his little hand would go up. And I thought that was pretty funny, that every time the beer guy came around, he'd raise his hand. One of us. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't talk about it, but September 29th, there's going to be an announcement of sorts. It has nothing to do with Motion City Soundtrack, but it does have everything to do with me and a few other cool people. Keep your eyes and ears peeled on the internet. It's something cool that's happening here in Minnesota. And that's all I can say about it until then. Is there anything else that's happening? I don't know. Well, I dropped my card, so I guess that's it. I'll see you next week.